Hello.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Beautiful day here in Santa Cruz. This is Think Local First Radio. I'm your host, Susan O'Connor Fraser.
And I'm Tam O'Connor Fraser.
Here on Santa Cruz Voice, broadcasting from the Satellite Digital Workspace Studio here in Santa Cruz. And we are fortunate. Oh, I should have asked how to pronounce your name exactly, but we have Lucas. I can
just go with Lucas, right?
Lucas, how do you pronounce it?
Salas Cunha.
Salas Cunha.
Lucas Salas Cunha, yes.
Cunha. Okay. And he kind of wears two hats, with the Rise Collective, a Think Local First member, as well as with Quicksilver Santa Cruz. And we're going to talk about all that stuff today. Yeah. So first up, though, Lucas, I want to hear about you. Give me a little bit about your background.
I have multiple backgrounds, and it kind of spans different decades. But as far as my background, it's very water-based. I come from a family where my mother was an Olympic trialist in swimming. And then she was also a coach. She coached for a club down in Southern California called Canyons Aquatics. And they ended up becoming a pretty good club, and she was kind of at the forefront of their success. My brother ended up swimming for Stanford, so heavy swimming background in my family. Mm-hmm. Even on my father's side, there's a swimming background, not reaching the level my mother's side got to, but there's swimming on both sides of the family. So that kind of evolved into me swimming at a young age, and then going on and eventually starting to surf. And I did compete. I was competing in surfing and swimming, and then eventually went on to lifeguard competitions too. So,
oh wow,
a lot of water in my background.
A lot of water.
Now, you went to San Jose State? That's where or San Diego State? What?
No.
Let me start over.
I'm a nomad when it comes to places I've lived, and then also schools I've went to.
Okay.
As far as I've been in Santa Cruz for 15 years now, and I love it. Obviously, being a surfer and person of the water, this is a fantastic place to be. So thank you to the community for welcoming our family here, and all my kids have grown up here, so this is just such a phenomenal place to live.
It is. That's true.
So that's kind of the water side. The educational side, I graduated from San Diego State.
San Diego, okay.
Yeah, so it's down there, but I have my master's degree in recreation and sports science from Ohio University. That was online. And then I have a doctorate degree in kinesiology from University of North Carolina, Greensboro, which was also done online.
Oh, wow.
So,
wow. Doctor.
Yeah,
Dr. Lucas here. Wow. So like you say, you've kind of been all over the map, virtually or literally.
Definitely. I don't like leaving water sources, so
yeah.
It's virtually.
That's kind of interesting. I'm not much of a swimmer, but I love the water, and everywhere we've gone around the world, I had to find water. So we're traveling Europe, and we're in Germany, and had to go find water, and we ended up, I don't know, whatever the sea is above East Germany, and came out on a beach and discovered that we were on a new beach. In East Germany, with all those East German weightlifters on the beach. But I definitely have a connection to water, too. So tell me let's talk about Rise Collective and how that came about and what your role is there.
Yeah, that was an interesting circumstances as far as how it came about. There's I don't know how much I should go into the history of it, but I would say we had an opportunity to move into the location on Bay Avenue, 816 Bay Avenue, behind Dairy Queen. There's a fitness center there, and it was Capitola Fitness at the time. They were moving out, and we had an opportunity to move in and lease the space, and it has a pool, and that was the big draw with that location. Is we looked at it as a perfect spot for swim lessons. Now, Rise Collective is not Quicksilver Swimming; they're two separate organizations. So on the Rise side, it's like, okay, yes, I want it for swim lessons, but how do we make it inclusive and community oriented? And that's where Rise came in. And Rise is really kind of our goal is to have it's a social fitness club. And we want the community, we want it inclusive with the community. We have a solid senior population there where the seniors come in, they do water aerobics, and they seem to love it. So we want to support that within the community. But we really want it inclusive. So we want all ages. I do have high-level athletes that I bring in there, and we operate out of there, but it's community focused, and we don't want to really leave anyone out. So it's a social fitness club, community oriented, inclusive of everyone. And then really we also have some recovery things that as far as machines that a lot of places don't have. So when I originally looked at it, like, okay, what can we do with this site besides the pool? Besides the gym, we also have outdoor fitness where we have yoga and other classes out there. And then we added a wing for recovery where we have a cryo chamber, we have a dry float, and then we have a Contour Pod Pro, which is red light therapy, it's vibration massage, and then the third thing is sauna. So it's all in one machine. It's extremely comfortable. So
do you do all three things at the same time?
That machine is all three at the same time.
Wow.
Probably my favorite.
Because I do red light there,
but this sounds a lot better.
Well, we end up going in and falling to sleep in the red light. It doesn't sound like you could do that with the.
Well, the vibration massage is funny because at first I was like, how comfortable can vibration massage be? And you get in there and it's like, okay, I might fall asleep here. And you walk out feeling refreshed.
Oh, very cool.
And kind of the last piece to how we've been operating, and we've only been in business about a year, so we're looking to grow is events. So we partnered with Vita Collective. They hosted an event at our site. They did a women's wellness retreat, and so we're looking. We've hosted other events that were similar to that. We partnered with Santa Cruz Core Fitness and Rehab and did more of a sports wellness event there. And we have another one coming up in August. And so those are other community focus aspects that we're looking to bring and really hopefully have benefits to the community.
Talk a little bit more about this concept of social fitness, because that sounds like our neighbor who likes to go to the club and spends most of his time talking to everybody else versus actually lifting weights. Is that what social fitness is?
Hey, sometimes.
Yeah, like that, yeah.
If that's what you need for that day, sometimes you need a little recovery, a little mental recharge, and that could be it.
Right.
But from a performance standpoint and on the swim team side, I'm always trying to get our kids to swim in college. So the performance side would say no to that question. Let's not chat the whole time and let's actually get some work done. I would say the social fitness aspect is just supporting each other. Mm-hmm. And I'll give you an example of that. We have some women small groups. And it could be anywhere from 3 to 6 people in a group. And you essentially support each other to go. You support each other during the workout. And then you stay connected. You don't just go get a workout in and then leave. Now, we're still working towards that goal. We did have some success with some of the small groups, but we're still moving in that direction. And we are new, so it's not working as seamlessly as I would like, but we do have some programs that are working really well, and that was an example of a success.
So, talk about the various, because you have classes as well as personal training, and what you described to me, in terms of social, kind of having small groups that support each other. I mean, that's one of the things of having a personal trainer too, is that you kind of know somebody's depending on you to be there, but you guys take it, in the social aspect, it's more individual, person to person kind of thing. But talk about your classes and your personal training that you do.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got some fantastic trainers and some some great instructors that put the classes on, and we're looking to add more. So I would say on the personal training side, we've got Scotty and Pamela, and their customers, when they come in and they're working with them, they love them. They're just dedicated because they know they're there to help them individually, and
right.
Everyone has an individual need. It might be an ailment, might be a specific weight loss goal, and the trainers are so supportive of making those goals become a reality. So I think that's one of the fantastic things that the trainers do for for the people they're working with. And then as far as the group classes, right now we've got a yoga class that's growing. We've got a Pilates class with Christy, and the yoga class is one of our favorites. We do it outdoors in the gazebo right now. The weather's beautiful, and it's a really pleasant, calming environment. We've got some lights out there, so it's anyone out there, you want to come check out some of our classes, we'd love to have you.
But you can just go and work out as well if that's what you want to do versus taking classes. I mean, if you're a member of the collective, you could follow your own program.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. So we've got a workout on the board, and you can kind of pick and choose what you want to do, what you can pull from that workout. And then if anyone ever has any questions, we're like, oh, I don't know what this means on this board, just come ask us at the front desk. I'm there almost every day. My son Sage, who is he's very proficient in the gym, you can always ask him. But we've got this board on this workout on the board. You can even come in with your own workout, whatever you want to do, and absolutely the gym is open to members that want to just come and work out on their own.
So when you say workout on the board, is this like a program that your people can go through, or what do you mean by that? It's
more like suggestions. We used to have workout of the week where we put a specific workout where someone, if they didn't know what to do, they could come in and I can just do the workout on the board. Now it's more like a cafeteria where I'm going to pick, let's say, 5 exercises, and I'm going to focus on those exercises for the day, for the workout. But it's just something to give people ideas, so if they don't know what they want to do coming in, they at least have a reference point.
And talk about your equipment, your workout equipment that you have there.
Yeah, that's a good question. Everything is a year old, all brand new. So it's all free weights, but I know that scares a lot of people. But we do have a senior population that's coming in, and we help them. We help guide them on what they can use. And cables are a huge advantage, or it's not machines, but cables you can use to get a full body workout. So when no matter who comes in, whether you're experienced at lifting weights, and we have a lot of free weights, we've got a spot for you. But if you're not familiar with free weights, that's okay. We have multiple machines. We have row machines, we have seated bikes, we have assault bikes, we have just all state-of-the-art equipment. Again, everything is brand new, and I recommend coming and looking at it, and then we can just kind of pick out what people like, what they're comfortable with, and take it from there. But we have something for everyone there, and it can be used, even though we're very machine light. We are machine slightly averse at Rise.
Well, we've got to go to a first commercial break. We've got 2 in our hour. We've got to pay the bills. So this is Susan O'Connor Fraser.
And Tam O'Connor Fraser.
Here on Santa Cruz Voice. And we're with Lucas Salas Cunha.
Cunha, that was good.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
I wouldn't even come close. Just do Lucas.
We'll be back after a couple of minutes, so please stay tuned.
Attention content producers. You can have access to a complete digital media production facility at Satellite Co-working and Digital Media Studio on Soquel Avenue. Easily rent video and audio equipment, a studio with green screen, editing suite, and audio booth, all at can't say no rates. Schedule a tour to see for yourself at satellitecoworking.com. Mention Santa Cruz Voice for 20% off your first reservation.
It's time to eat healthy and happy. Hello, I'm Carolyn at Charlie Hong Kong. One ingredient that makes Charlie Hong Kong noodle and rice bowls so healthy and happy is the fresh organic greens we source every day from the farmers who grow them in the sacred soil of the Pajaro Valley. They are fresh and delicious. When your body cries out for real food, stop by Charlie Hong Kong, Santa Cruz.
Treehouse dispenses not only the finest cannabis products, but information to those who want to know how to use cannabis for maximum benefit. Hello, I'm Jenna. If you would like to know how best to use cannabis, ask your friends and neighbors at Treehouse Dispensary, 3651 SoCal Drive. If you're 21 plus with a valid ID, no appointment is necessary and the information is free. Order online at ourtreehouse.io and pick up at our drive-thru. See you soon.
About that first impression. Hi, this is Bettina McBee from Bettina's Buzz on SantaCruzVoice.com. And that first impression is my business card created by Dynamic Press. It is my favorite business card. It gets everybody's attention right away. If you want to make a good first impression, get your business cards and any printed media at Dynamic Press. And tell Angelo Bettina sent you.
Okay, we're just chit-chatting here
Yeah,
during
we
the
are.
break.
Lots to talk about.
Yeah, we're talking about our respective love of water sports. So we are in the studio at Think Local First Radio. This is Susan O'Connor
And
Fraser.
Tam O'Connor Fraser.
We're with Lucas Salas Cunha.
Well done. Well done. You got it.
Here wears at least two hats. One is for Rise Collective, and it's a health club would you call it a health club or fitness facility in Capitola off of Bay?
Yeah, fitness club.
Fitness club,
Yeah.
social fitness club, and he also is a coach involved in Quicksilver Swim Santa Cruz. So let's talk about one of the things I think that's really unique, and is the recovery equipment that you have there, because I think a lot of places have weights and machines and but not all of them combine that with the recovery tools that you have as well. Why did you decide to add these facilities to your offerings?
Yeah, I like the why, because it is important. So when I like to look at health as a holistic perspective, and part of that's my educational background, is it's smart to look at health from a holistic standpoint.
And plus, he's a doctor. Dr. Lucas. Okay.
So when I'm looking at our facility from a holistic standpoint, it's like, okay, we have the gym portion, which is our strength training. We've got the outdoor fitness, which might be a little bit more aerobic and cardio based. We've got the pool and the outdoor fitness facility, and we need a recovery. So the recovery portion of the facility is the back side of the location, and we have recovery machines to help with that. And part of my mindset goes to performance-based athletes, but you don't have to be a high-performing athlete to want to recover. It's just anyone. I want to recover faster so then I can work out again, or I just want to feel better for that day. So we have 3 recovery machines, and the one I use the most is the cryo chamber. It's quick, 3 minutes, you're in there. It is not the most comfortable getting into a very cold chamber. Your head sticks out, so you just have to make sure you've got gloves on, protect your toes too, so socks and slippers, and then you get in there for about 3 minutes. The machine says it's about -200, which I don't know if that's true or not, but I can tell you it is cold, and you get in there, and when you get out, you warm up quickly, and then you feel phenomenal.
Huh.
And you sleep better too, and that's part of the reason I do use it so much, is because I have lower back issues, and then I also was having sleep issues. So getting in the cryo chamber on a frequent basis really helps me sleep better, and it kind of lessens the back pain a little bit, and then it also helps me recover a little bit faster from the workouts that I do. So,
so what's it doing from in a physiological sense? What's the cold doing?
That's a good question. Most of these are just working with blood flow. So you're restricting blood flow, and then you're releasing blood flow, and then those are going to certain segments of the body, and then it's addressing inflammation, and hopefully you're lowering inflammation.
Okay.
So those are that's a lot of the science behind these machines, and it really comes down to blood flow.
Right. A lot of people don't realize or connect how much inflammation is connected to the pain that they're feeling, and it's why you have things like, medicine that helps to reduce inflammation, and then that reduces pain as a result. So that sounds like one of the benefits of the cryo.
How often do you do it?
It depends on how much I'm traveling. If I'm in town, about 3 days a week.
Okay.
And I have the luxury of being there all the time. So it's only 3 minutes. So it's kind of like I can get in and out of there. But you hit spot on with the inflammation. Reducing inflammation is huge, and this is one tactic we have to reduce inflammation. Nutrition's a big one in that, but at Rise right now, our nutritional segment isn't where I want it to be. We will be coming out with more in the future, but we do have the cryo chamber, and we do have 2 other machines that help reduce that inflammation.
Because red light therapy will also do that.
Yeah, so we've got the Contour Pod Pro, which is a combination. It's sauna, massage, and red light therapy. And there's a little bit more nuance than that, but I think that's the most basic way I can put it is sauna, massage, and red light therapy. And same concept, we are reducing inflammation to then let the body heal itself more efficiently. However, this machine is significantly more comfortable than the cryo chamber.
Cryo chamber sounds to me like we used to go to have a club that we would go to in San Jose, and they had a cold plunge. And it's like, no, I'm not going in there. This sounds like it's a cold plunge on steroids.
No, it's actually a cryo chamber. It's more comfortable than a cold plunge, and you warm up significantly faster.
Okay.
Like you are warm within a minute of getting out of that thing.
Oh, wow.
So you don't have to, you can get back to your day pretty quickly after using the cryo chamber, but I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it, and I'm not going to lie to people and say it's not slightly uncomfortable or uncomfortable.
Yeah. So getting back to the Contour Pod, which I've never heard of it before, so that's fascinating to me.
Yeah, it's just comboing. You're kind of stacking different things together, and to me, the biggest thing is the comfort level. It's just so comfortable, and you can kind of get in there and get away from your day. You've got the vibration massage, which relaxes you and kind of releases your muscles. You've got the heat, which is another way of just, you're not restricting blood flow, you're increasing blood flow, and then, but it's the same concept in the opposite direction of the cryo chamber. And then you've got the red light therapy, which hopefully it's penetrating and digging deep down into those cells, and then promoting healing, and all combined to reduce inflammation. So it's to me though, the simplest thing is it's just comfortable, and it will help you recover a little bit faster and then get out to what you want to do.
Now, if you're a member, is it an additional cost for each one of these machines, or how does that work?
That is a good question. It is an additional cost. So you can the general public can come in and use them a la carte, or we have a membership tier. So we've got the regular membership tier, which is the gym and the pool, and then you can add on an additional tier and then add all those machines onto it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And how long do you lay in the Contour Pod?
That's 30 minutes. So that is probably the only reason I don't use that as often.
Right.
Is because you do have to kind of book a chunk of your day, and if you have a busy day, then it can it's hard squeezing it in. But if you have time, I highly recommend come trying it out, and book that 30 minutes, and you won't regret it.
I know where we do red light, it's just 15 minutes, but you could do it every day if you wanted to. You probably could do 30 minutes in the red light treatment, but this sounds a lot more nourishing to the body because of the massage and everything else.
Yeah, and you can turn the heat off too if you're not feeling the heat that day. There is a way to turn the heat off on the machine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you also have this dry float. You've mentioned during the break other places that might have where you're actually floating in water. You tell me about the dry float.
Yeah, the dry float is more about a mental reset and recovery, and according to the manufacturer, the claims are similar. It is supposed to also reduce inflammation. And I'm thinking from a physiological perspective, I'm like, how is that? Because it's not doing that much to you, but it's allowing the body to just relax. Mm-hmm. And you are floating, you're on plastic, you're not getting in the water, but you're essentially floating on plastic. The water's 93 degrees, and then the plastic kind of, it goes around you almost like a cocoon, except not fully. You never feel like you're enclosed because your chest is still exposed, but it kind of wraps around the side of your arms. So you feel very warm and tight and comfortable. And then you are just fully relaxed, and it allows your body to relax and then your mind to relax. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where the health and healing benefits come from. It's just that level of relaxation where I just had a reset today. I just had a mental reset, and then I had a physical reset too. And some people need that, with all the stress of day-to-day life. Mm-hmm. That machine is really meant to de-stress.
And you mentioned something that you felt like some of these tools may be the only ones in Santa Cruz County.
I think the cryo is, and actually I think they might, all three of them might be, but I have not seen a cryo chamber in Santa Cruz County that's active. I know there was one a couple of years ago, but I do not think that particular business is, I don't think they're still in business. So I think we have the only cryo chamber in Santa Cruz County, and I think we have the only Contour Pod Pro in Santa Cruz County.
Okay. Yeah. And how long do you stay in your the dry float?
The dry float has 3 different settings. There's 11 minutes, 20, I want to say 22 minutes, and then 30 minutes. So you can that one you can use based on the amount of time you have. Typically, I go in for 30 minutes. So that's unless I'm under a time crunch, then I'll do 11. But normally it's 30, and then 3 as far as those machines go.
You probably the people that need the 30 minutes the most don't have the 30 minutes to spend.
That's true. You can come in for 11.
Build up. So is it like a zero gravity thing? The dry float, is that similar to that kind of a feeling?
It is like that. You're kind of suspended in the water. If you're floating in the ocean on salt water, let's say you were in the tropics and you picture yourself in Tahiti or something like that with a little bit warmer water, because this is 93 degrees, and you're just floating on the surface, but it's a little bit more of a wrapped feeling than just floating on the surface of the ocean. I think that's the best way I could describe it, but it's very relaxing.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Now, you talked on your website talks about, you mentioned it earlier as well, as that being that you want to attract people of all ages. So children, you might have children at the spa or at your facility?
Yeah, kids fitness is something that I want to get into and start more programs. And I'm talking about the land side. On the water side, with Quicksilver Santa Cruz, we already have tons of kids fitness. We have so many different swim lesson programs and swim team programs. I could keep you busy talking about that for the rest of the time we have. But on the land side, kids fitness was part of the original plan. We haven't gotten there yet. It's all been water based. We've been doing swim lessons over there, and I was talking to our yoga instructor who also has a great fitness background, and we're coming out with kids fitness in August. So we have kids fitness programs coming. We'll put those on the website within the next couple of weeks. And for the parents out there that are looking to if they don't want to put their child in a water-based program, but they do want more physical activity, they want their children to be healthier because they're getting stronger, and they're getting their cardiovascular work that they need, then we're gonna have a spot for that. And ultimately, when you look at a holistic community perspective, it's about making the community healthier,
Right.
And having healthier children that will then go on to live, hopefully, healthier lifestyles. When you establish those patterns of behavior, then hopefully they then pass those on. You create a positive cycle when you start with kids and teaching them how to be physically active and have that as part of your lifestyle. And then you lead with that, then you get a healthier community eventually when that cycle continues.
Well, what about senior fitness levels for those of us that are boomers?
That are seniors.
Seniors, that, because I understand as we're getting older, that, for instance, just doing strength training is really beneficial as you're getting into your 70s and 80s.
Yeah, you've been doing your research.
He's really good at getting to the club.
Yeah.
And I've realized that you actually have to go to the club to benefit from the membership in the club. But he's really good. He gets there, probably religiously 3 days a week, and then at least.
At least, yeah.
Yeah, what I think from a public service announcement, definitely weight train. Don't stop weight training.
Right.
So I think that's one thing that seniors typically do is they stop weight training at some point in their lives.
Right.
And I cannot pull the research off the top of my head, but there's research out there that essentially says that's not a good idea. You need to continue to lift, continue to do resistance training throughout your life, and you will stay healthier if you do that. At the club, we do have two. We have a water aerobics class and we have a water fitness class. Now, these are not specific to weight training, but
it's a good start.
What's the difference
it's
between
staying
those
active.
two?
Yeah. Well, the instructors,
the name,
the instructors, they're similar, and I think it's just which each group kind of has the instructor they like and the training style of that particular instructor, and then they just gravitate towards who they like. Mm-hmm. But both the instructors are phenomenal, and they bring high energy. You go out there and these the instructor. I think Lynn, I apologize, Lynn, if I get your age wrong. I'm guessing she looks like she's 65, but her actual age might be 80. And
you should have started with she looks 50.
Yeah, if I'm wrong on that, I just put my foot in my mouth big time. But the energy she brings is that she brings more energy than I do. She is just like, let's go. We're going to keep you guys moving. Go, go, go. And there's music going on and everyone's working out. And it's really cool to see because it's a good picture of you don't have to stop exercising. You don't have to stop being healthy as you get older.
Right.
And the instructors we have are really inspirational to keep the motivation going for everyone that takes their class. And I mean, because I see them, I'm like, I'm ready to go now too. And it's just really neat to see the inspiration, the motivation they give to the people that take their class.
Well, working out in water is a great way to do it because for some people that just don't like to sweat, right?
Is he looking at me? I'm not going to look at him because is he looking at me?
I didn't pick up on that right away, but he might have been. The water has some. I'm highly biased towards water,
right?
But it's low impact exercise,
right.
So you're essentially it's much safer on your body, and you can work harder in it.
Right.
But you do need some impact to challenge, your bones and joints just to keep them healthy. You don't always want to be suspended in water, but water has so many benefits in working out in it. So, yeah, I think from that low impact perspective, it's a huge advantage for these ladies to, and gentlemen, there are some gentlemen that come in and take those classes too, to be able to get their cardio and a little bit of strength training in there too, because they'll put on weights and have some weight belts once in a while too.
Yeah.
Well, we have to go to our second break. I'll have a word with Mr. O'Connor Fraser over there. Don't be looking at me.
You're looking at me? Don't look at me.
This is Susan O'Connor Fraser.
Tam O'Connor Fraser in the doghouse.
In the doghouse. Here on Think Local First Radio on Santa Cruz Voice. We'll be back after these messages from our sponsors, so stay tuned. Don't go away.
The Scotts Valley Chamber of Commerce presents the 25th annual Scotts Valley Art, Wine, and Beer Festival, August 16th and 17th at Sky Park in Scotts Valley. 2 days of fun for the whole family with food, fine art, a kids' fun zone, and live music, including the Joint Chiefs and the Lost Boys featuring James Durbin. Join us Saturday for the Cops and Rodders Car Show with over 100 vintage cars on display. And don't miss Dog Day Sunday with contests for all canines. All this and free admission to the Scotts Valley Art, Wine, and Beer Festival. See you there.
We've all heard the story of the 3 little pigs. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. Hi, folks. Warren Knox here of Knox Roofing. Yes, your home can definitely be built weak, or it's time to repair or remodel. Well, here at Knox Roofing, we can surely help you with getting that roof of yours prepared for the big bad wolf or Mother's Nature's anger. Whether it be fire, high winds, hail, snow, or maybe just a doggone wet winter ahead of us, call Knox Roofing. We're here for you. Here at Knox Roofing, we have every type of roof out there for you. Skylights, gutters, insulation, solar can be added to save energy as well. Financing is always available, and our guarantees and workmanship cannot be beat. Summer is here, so give us a call or stop by our showroom in Scotts Valley. The number to call is 461-0634. That's 461-0634 anytime. Okay, thanks, folks.
Get hooked up with affordable cannabis at your locally owned Hook Outlet, where everybody above the age of 21 can participate in the Hook's loyalty program. Each purchase earns you 2% store credit on your next purchase. Get hooked up with the best cannabis at affordable prices at the Hook Outlet in Capitola and Watsonville, or order online at hookoutlet.com. Get hooked up at the Hook.
Okay.
And we're back.
This is the last part of Think Local First Radio here on Santa Cruz Voice. This is Susan O'Connor Fraser.
And Tam O'Connor Fraser.
You say that so well. It's his fault. The whole last name is his fault.
2 last names.
Yeah. And we are in the studio here with Lucas Salas Cunha, something like that, close. And we're talking about Rise Collective, or we have been talking about Rise Collective, the personal training, the classes, the facilities that they have there, the special facilities that they have for recovery, which are unique here in Santa Cruz County. And what I want to talk about is water. I want to talk about your association between Rise Collective and Quicksilver Santa Cruz, because that's part of what you're doing. So tell me about that relationship and what Quicksilver Santa Cruz is all about.
Yeah, so for sure. So I run Rise and Quicksilver Santa Cruz. However, Rise is woman-owned. My wife owns Rise. And the relationship is very close. We try to be as synergetic as possible. Quicksilver runs all of the swim lessons at Rise Collective because that's what we're good at. Quicksilver is water-based, and we have multiple programs. Besides the programs that we have at Rise Collective, which are all 40-minute group lessons, we also have programs like with the city of Capitola. We ran a swim lesson program for underrepresented youth in the city of Capitola. We are running a swim lesson program for SoCal Elementary. We have an expanded learning swim lesson program in Watsonville through the Pajaro Valley Unified School District. So we are big into promoting swimming. There's a large, even though we're in a water-based community in Santa Cruz, there's still a lot of pockets that do not swim or haven't been exposed to the water.
Right.
And we want to essentially bring that opportunity to people. If you think about the reverse, is like going through life not knowing how to swim and not having the opportunity, or no one ever teaching you how to swim, it takes a lot away from you. I can't go swim in the ocean. I can't go swim in a lake. I can't go in a river. Can't surf. So can't get the health benefits of swimming. So we're trying to flip that and be like, okay, let's give you all those opportunities. And Rise is our hub. That's really where the hub of our swim lesson and our team operates out of. And then we kind of expand from there. And we've been looking for a home for a long time now. And that's where Rise came in. Rise is the home to Quicksilver Swimming. It's the home to the swim lessons. And then we expand from there.
Now, so you have pools that you swim in all over the county as well. Is that, so I read something, because I think that's one of the things that, like Scotts Valley, for whatever reason, doesn't have a swimming pool. It's just
Scotts Valley High.
Scotts Valley High.
Yes.
It does have a swimming pool over at Siltanen. That's true. But at Enterprise Sports Club, but having access to pools is really important too.
Yeah, it is, and that's another reason why we wanted to be at Rise, is because it's kind of that home base, a facility where we can use the pool anytime we want. Versus before Rise, we were kind of nomads. We do actually rent twice a week pool space over at Enterprise in Scotts Valley. So we do have a branch over there, Quicksilver does. And then we're at Simpkins 9 months out of the year, or most certain years we're 9 months out of the year at Simpkins. So we've got a few lanes over there. And then I'm actually the SoCal High swim coach, and we've got SoCal High 9 months out of the year, but it's not feasible to use the SoCal High pool during polo season.
Right.
I mean, it's high school water polo. They should be using that pool. Yep. But we can't get kids in there because, there's a huge demand for polo, and it's a fun sport. And so it's like, okay, we constantly have to use all these other pools because they're changing. It's like putting a big puzzle piece together where we can use Simpkins for 9 months, but we can't use it during the summer because of junior guard programs. We can use SoCal for 9 months, but we can't use it during polo season. And then we're also in Watsonville High too. And Watsonville, we are able to use that pool year round. There's certain limitations during some times of the year. Like right now, we have to collaborate with the city. They have priority, but we squeeze in programs around them, and they've been fantastic with collaborating. A big shout out to Joey Barrera over there for helping facilitate swimming instead of limiting swimming. So,
nice.
So we are at a lot of pools. That was a long-winded answer to say we're at many pools.
Now go ahead.
No, but you have access to more than one pool, which is important.
Is the pool at Rice Collective? I don't know I'm trying to think. Is it the official length that you can run sanctioned competitions there or not?
Absolutely not.
I kind of thought that was going to be the answer. We have our daughter who's the swim coach at Harbor. She was a roller derby girl, and she would do derby at the Civic, but the Civic wasn't big enough for sanctioned tournaments there. So that's when they started doing stuff over at KP Arena or their practice facility. So you can't run competitions or sanction competitions out of Rise. Is that what you're...
Yeah, we cannot. But what we can do in the pool is a perfect lesson facility. So swim lessons, parent aquatics. So starting from when a child is 9 months old, you can come with your child, get them accustomed to the water, put them in private lessons. Then we've got group lessons once they turn 3. And then we also run non-competitive swim team out of Rise, so we can progressively move them up step by step and then get them ready. It's kind of like an incubator. Get them ready to then send them off to the bigger pools. And also we can run other programs. So we've done a little bit of breath work with Ricardo Urbina and Jack Akrop. They've come in and done some breath work programs there in the pool. was big enough to get the breath work in. And then I'll even take some of my high level athletes and we'll do resistance training. And we'll put bands on them. So essentially they're tethered and they swim and they're getting this great resistance training in the small pool. And it's because we make it really hard to get to the other side. So there's a lot of uses with this pool. And even though it's small, it's like, we just have to be creative and make sure we're maximizing its uses.
Now, talk about Quicksilver as far as its your competitive teams, because you work with your brother in San Jose, and talk a little bit about that, because it's pretty impressive what you guys have accomplished.
Yeah, we're a separate business entity in Santa Cruz, but we combine with Quicksilver in San Jose to swim at swim meets, and we've been doing that for a number of years now. We started in 2015 as far as Quicksilver in Santa Cruz. And last year we ranked 31st. This year we've had a little bit of a slide. We'll turn it around. We're 45th in the country this year.
45th in the country, though. That's still pretty incredible.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that's the expectation, though, is the expectation for us and our swim team is we want to compete at the highest level. We don't look at it as much on a local level. We look at it as a national level. And how do we compete against the best teams in the nation? And then what are the processes that we need to put in place to compete against these best teams? And that's how RISE actually comes in again, is where when I'm trying to get my athletes to be the best they possibly can be, I want strength training for them. I want recovery for them. And then we have a nutritional aspect that we talk to them about. We have a mobility and flexibility aspect that they are expected. So that's just our mindset. And coming from a mother who was an Olympic trialist, that was what I grew up with.
Right.
Like, we compete to be the best we can be. And so anyone that's capable, we had 2 Olympic trialists at a SoCal High that swam with Quicksilver in 2021. It's like, how can we help these athletes reach their potential? So that was Ella Mazurik and Kylan Winter. And so anytime I'm looking at a certain situation is how can we help this person be their best? And if their potential is the Olympic trials or the Olympics, we better do everything we can to get them there.
Now, are your teams pretty much capped at high school, and then they go on to college and you lose them at that point?
Kind of. We do have a master's program. So we actually had a master's noon practice today over at SoCal High. But as far as we don't necessarily have like a pro group or a college group that swims and trains with us, our goal is to get the high schoolers as fast as possible, and then we kind of graduate them off. Mm-hmm. And this past year, we had 6 D1 swimmers that we had graduated. We had Santa Barbara, we had Davis, we had Cal, we had University of Alabama, we had Indiana. Yes. I feel like I'm leaving one out, but it was pretty cool to see all these local Santa Cruz kids that were out in the country swimming at a very high level.
Wow. That's impressive.
That's cool. So do you had talked earlier that you also used to be a lifeguard. Where did you lifeguard at?
Yeah, that's a good one. So in high school, I lived in Southern California, and then my family moved to Florida. So I actually started lifeguarding in high school in Florida. And then when I went, I knew I wanted to come back to California. And at San Diego State, I was like, okay, I need to make some money, and lifeguarding is what I was good at least at that time. And went through the program, and I was an Encinitas lifeguard down in Southern California for 2 years during college.
One of the things I think so much about is how one of the things we're fortunate here in Santa Cruz too is the junior lifeguard program. That's, to me, those programs are just incredible for kids. You didn't grow up here, so you didn't go through the junior lifeguard program in Santa Cruz.
But I've been here long enough to know that it's part of the fabric of the community.
Yeah.
I mean, there's if you look inland in San Jose and further east, they have a lot of summer league swim teams, and we don't have that here because our essentially the summer is junior lifeguards.
Right.
You put your children in junior lifeguards, or else you're like, okay, what's happening? Why don't you have your children in junior lifeguards?
I know, it's crazy. When we moved to Scotts Valley, I mean, at the time, we didn't even know that program existed when our kids were the age that they would go into that program. So neither of our kids did, but our grandkids sure did.
And my children did participate in junior lifeguard. So it was only 1 year, but they all did it at least a year. And can I make a public service announcement to the parents putting their children in junior lifeguards?
Sure can.
Please put them in swimming before going into the junior lifeguard program. I think sending your child out into the ocean, they need to know how to swim before they get out there.
Yep. Boy, isn't that the truth? There's so many people that do come to the beaches that have no clue how dangerous the ocean can be.
That's totally true. So what's the future for Rise Collective? Tell us.
Yeah, continuing to partner with people and other organizations to bring that social aspect to it. We want to do more events there. Ultimate goal is just keep the community healthy, and then the individuals that come in, create individual plans for them and help them be as healthy as possible based on their goals, but also in that social environment where everyone's supporting everyone. So I think the social aspect and the events aspect of Rise Collective, we want to get more people over there, and we'll have an event schedule that's coming out more. And I think those are the next steps for Rise.
I think that's the hardest part, especially probably for seniors, is to get up the nerve, to walk in the door and say, I want to do some, water aerobics or something like that. And so you need to go out and, get some ambassadors out there into the senior centers to promote what you're doing.
Yeah, for sure. And we're friendly. Everyone's friendly there. So no matter the age group, the part of the environment is inclusivity. And so if you're not greeted in a friendly manner, definitely let me know. But I think you will be, and I think you'll feel warm and welcomed and comfortable.
So if people want to find out more information, first about Rise Collective and all the programs that you have, what would they do?
Yeah, RiseSantaCruz.com is a website for Rise. Our phone number, I don't know if people are going to be taking it down, but 831-999-0120. Another thing is just stop by. Just come in, stop by. We're off of Bay Avenue behind Dairy Queen. A lot of people have no idea that there is even a fitness club there.
Right.
I didn't.
But across from Nob Hill, you didn't even know?
I didn't know. No. I've seen it. We've driven by Dairy Queen a lot. I didn't know there was a facility in there. Yeah, behind it.
Across from Nob Hill, behind Dairy Queen, there's a pool and a fitness club that's dedicated towards, fitness of all ages, as we discussed. So stop by. I think that would be the one thing I'd say. Come stop by.
And they should check out Quicksilver Santa Cruz as well. What's that URL?
Yeah, that's quicksilversantacruz.org. We are a nonprofit organization. We have many kind of public service aspects to our organization, and with the single goal of just trying to get as many people to swim as possible, because we're passionate about it and we think it's valuable as a life skill, and that everyone should have the opportunity to swim in their life.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's something you can do throughout your life. It's not just, you don't have to it's not a young person's sport necessarily, or anyone can do it. Right. Once they've kind of gone through and gotten some lessons and overcome any fear they might have about the water. I'm not afraid of the water.
It's lifelong endeavor.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Lucas. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
This is Susan O'Connor-Fraser.
And Tam O'Connor-Fraser.
Here on Think Local First Radio on Santa Cruz Voice.